This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, 2 juveniles are facing multiple charges after an alleged arson and break-in.
According to Maine Public Safety, on Monday, August 1st, the Farmington Police Department responded to a reported burglary at 432 Town Farm Road in Farmington. They say a couple of fires had been started inside a residence and a firearm had also been taken. Officers determined a vacant property next to the alleged victim's residence had been broken into as well, and the missing firearm and some ammunition were located inside that vacant residence. Investigators from the fire marshal's office worked with the police department and found that a 13-year-old and 14-year-old were responsible. The juveniles have been charged with arson, burglary, theft, and criminal mischief.
One person died in a crash in Waterville this morning. It happened on College Avenue just after 10. Waterville Deputy Police Chief William Bonney says a motorcycle crossed the center line and collided with a van. The driver of the motorcycle died at the scene. Bonney says it does appear speed was a factor. The names of those involved are not being released yet, and the crash remains under investigation.
2 officers were involved in a shooting on Wednesday in Mexico. According to a joint release by the Mexico and Rumford Police Departments, at around 3:40 Wednesday afternoon, multiple departments responded to an incident at the Sun Valley Circle Apartments. When authorities arrived, shots were fired by 2 officers, and an adult male was transported to the Rumford Hospital for gunshot wounds. The unidentified male was then life-flighted to Central Maine Medical Center for further treatment. According to officials, he's expected to survive. The identity of the subject involved is not being released at this time until family members can be notified. The 2 officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation by the Attorney General's office, which is standard procedure for police-involved shootings.
A traffic stop in Hermit led to the seizure of more than 300 grams of methamphetamine. On August 24th, a trooper stopped 29-year-old Patrick Murico of Lewiston for a traffic violation near mile marker 175 northbound in Hermit. After seeing several indicators of alleged criminal activity, police say the trooper went back to his cruiser and called for a canine unit. Officials say that's when Murico allegedly attempted to throw contraband out of his car. The trooper retrieved the contraband, which was 300 grams of methamphetamine. Murico is charged with drug trafficking, unlawful possession, and trafficking in prison contraband.
Bangor police located a dead body along the Kunduskeg Stream walking trail this morning. Sergeant Jason McCambley says officers were called to a welfare check just before 9 a.m. for a person on a bench who had not moved in some time. Officers found that man deceased on the bench. Detectives are investigating to determine the man's identity and notify next of kin, but McCambley says his death does not appear to be suspicious. The medical examiner's office will perform an autopsy to determine the cause of death.
Well, switching gears now, if you live in Brewer and found yourself without power early this morning, you're not alone. Power went out around 9 a.m. for about 3,500 people in Brewer, and Versant Power officials say a squirrel is to blame. They say squirrels are a common nuisance in the industry, and they can actually cause damage to electrical infrastructure in a couple of ways. One is when a squirrel comes in contact with 2 energized objects at one time, but there are other ways.
And another way, which we believe is what happened here this morning, is the grounded item, in this case that's the squirrel, comes in contact with an electrical conductor. And you can think of that like as if someone were to stick their finger into an electric socket. That shock. And that shock caused a fault, which then caused some fuses to blow.
Well, Versant says they have some protective equipment called squirrel guards that are used in the area, but Miners says they are not foolproof, and incidents clearly still do occur from time to time.
Water issues caused some headaches for drivers in Old Town this morning. A water main break near 265 Main Street forced crews to shut down the road. Old Town police asked people to avoid the area until that water main could be fixed.
Well, the new school in Sullivan won't be ready in time to welcome middle and high school students back. Superintendent Michael Eastman posted a letter to parents saying RSU 24 has done everything in its power to get the new Charles M. Sumner Learning Center ready on time, but that it won't be possible. Eastman says the new start date for grades 6 through 12 will be September 12th in order to provide additional time for the building to be completed and then time for the staff to move in and get classrooms situated. Students in kindergarten through 5th grade will start on September 6th. Pre-K begins September 7th.
Residents of Southwest Harbor are deciding tonight if they want to spend additional funds for a project to improve Main Street. The town is working on a plan to build sidewalks. The plan also includes infrastructure improvements under the road. Voters had approved money going all the way back to May 2019, but the project was delayed. Now the cost has gone up. When it was put out to bid, the cost came back higher than expected and left a gap for the project. Voters are being asked if they want to spend roughly $802,000 more. Without the additional funds, the bid cannot be awarded to the contractor. The special town meeting at the fire station is taking place right now.
Well, the Blue Ribbon Commission to study emergency medical services in the state held its first meeting today. The commission was established by the legislature to examine and make recommendations on the structure, support, and delivery of emergency medical services in the state. Those services include everything from dispatchers and emergency flight services to EMTs and medical directors. Senate Chair of the commission, Chip Curry of Belfast, said many EMS departments are understaffed and need more resources.
But in 2021, we ran 288,000 calls using the infrastructure that we have currently available.
Hurley also talked about the average age of EMS workers and the growing concern that there will be no one to take over when they leave or retire.
While we see an increase in the number of persons in the age ranges 20 to 29, one might argue that that may not be sufficient as far as the retention of those persons beyond age 29 over time, we imagine is starting to decrease. So people are getting into EMS and leaving.
The commission will hold 6 meetings and their final report is due December 7th.
All right, and now as we turn our attention to the outdoors, it was a really nice day out there today, kind of just right on the cusp of that summer to fall transition. We're kind of getting into that area where
we're getting into that gray area where you can't, you end up changing your clothes 3 times a day because the mornings, mornings can be a little bit cool, but then the afternoon feels,
nice
pretty
and
hot,
warm, nice
and comfortable,
yeah.
And then the evening again, go grab that jacket or maybe put on a hoodie.
Yeah,
you never
absolutely.
know. It's all right. I like that phase.
I really do too.
Yeah. All right. Well, with a little bit more on what's coming our way, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, thank you. Happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And look at temperatures today, 75 here in Bangor, 71 will not get but notice. The 60s are not so far away. Here we are now on September 1st, but warmer temperatures, though, are in the 5-day forecast. Also in there, some more cloud cover tonight into tomorrow morning. We've had partly cloudy skies pretty much all day long today. We'll get a few more clouds across our region tonight. And then all of this is pulling out of here. We have a fantastic weekend on the way. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe some rain late Sunday with temperatures a bit warmer. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, partly cloudy skies with low temperatures down in the 40s. Your full forecast is coming up.
See, that is how I like my overnights.
I don't think we've had a low temperature in the 40s overnight for quite some time.
Yeah.
So definitely inviting that.
Thank you so much for that, Jeff.
Yes.
All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the Department of Public Safety is establishing a Safe Homes program aimed at educating people on the importance of safe prescription drug and weapon storage.
And early enrollment figures show community college enrollment numbers are up. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Feel the difference of alpaca apparel from the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store in Belfast. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. With their incredible selection of socks, sweaters, hats, and more, experience the unique qualities that alpaca fiber brings with the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The Department of Public Safety has established a Safe Homes program which aims to educate people on the importance of safe prescription drug and weapon storage. A new law went into effect on August 8th that will provide the public with the proper resources as well as make storage devices more affordable. According to the Department of Public Safety, Maine has the second highest firearm mortality rate in New England. In 2020, more than 85% of gun deaths were suicides, and in the same year, 8,000 Mainers died from overdose, which was a 20% increase from 2020.
I think we all want our friends and family, our loved ones, to be safer around our homes, and specifically lethal means storage kind of safety. And what I mean by that is that firearm safety, prescription medications, other dangerous weapons, things that we have a direct stake in making safe.
New program launched a website you can find right on the Department of Public Safety's homepage.
Right beneath our mission has a nice link right there to the Safe Homes program. And what we tried to do is we tried to pull links from a lot of different places so that everybody had their own kind of flavor.
The website has enough links to provide a one-stop shop for specific safety measures you could be looking for. Sawchuk says they hope to gain access to grants in the future to ease the cost of purchasing a storage unit.
Well, according to early enrollment figures, more students are attending Maine community colleges this fall. The data shows that as of August 25th, a total of 12,765 students went to community colleges, an increase over last year's numbers. This comes on the heels of the new free college scholarship offered to students, something they are taking advantage of.
I'm still not sure what I wanted to do, and the free college, this was the plan all along to go to MCC, but it became free, and then I actually got a scholarship on top of that, so my books and everything was completely paid for.
Well, of the current number of students enrolled in community colleges, 42% qualify for the scholarship. Seeing the increase, Eastern Maine Community College President Liz Russell says this is the best way for students to figure out what they want to do. Scholarship, which was announced in April, covers the tuition and mandatory fees for full-time students who graduated or dropped out of high school within the past 2 years.
Well, average health insurance premiums for small businesses in Maine are dropping for the first time since at least 2001. According to final weighted average rates filed by health insurance carriers and approved by the Maine Bureau of Insurance for the 2023 plan year, premiums for employers with 50 or fewer workers will decrease by 0.8%. That's a reduction from an initially proposed increase of 3.42%. A statement says it is the result of Governor Mills' Made for Maine Health Coverage Act, which merged the small and individual markets. Governor Mills said in part, quote, "This is a small victory for many Maine small businesses and their hardworking employees who rely on the small group market for health insurance, and it couldn't come at a better time. As Maine small businesses grapple with high costs from inflation, this is one less thing they will have to worry about," end quote. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a look at how Life Flight of Maine will be implementing special new routes to better serve their patients.
And in sports, one local golf course has been recognized for environmental excellence. We'll have that story right after the break.
What happened between Tuesday and Friday? Jared Golden broke his promise. Tuesday, Jared Golden campaigned as an independent fighter against Biden's spending that he knew
would make inflation worse.
But 3 days later, voted for Biden's newest spending bill that will raise taxes on nearly every Mainer, nearly double the IRS. And in Jared Golden's words,
make inflation worse.
Jared Golden broke his promise to Mainers. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Here's your chance to win a VIP trip to Times Square and $1 million live on national television. Enter Maine Lottery's First Millionaire of the Year promotion today, and you and a guest could win an exciting trip to New York City and appear on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Don't miss your chance to become the next Powerball First Millionaire of the Year. The countdown is on. There's a million reasons to play. So get your Powerball ticket and enter for a chance to win.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home? Here with At Home FAB and KBF, we offer a great selection of appliances, furniture, bedding, cabinetry, flooring, and more. We have a friendly, welcoming environment and will work with you every step of the way from start to finish. We service our merchandise. Any fixes or repairs, we can do that too. Our professional team has more than 50 years of experience and is here to help. Stop in and ask about our Synchrony 12 months financing with no interest and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
The Furniture Gallery is celebrating Labor Day. Thank you to those who continue to work hard every day. It's your time to kick back and relax in a new recliner. Save 10% on our entire recliner selection. After a long day at work, you deserve a great night's sleep. The Furniture Gallery is offering a free bundle with any Simmons Harmony Luxe, Serta iComfort, and Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress purchase. Special financing is available. Support our Maine family-owned business. The Furniture Gallery, Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Hey, how are you? I got your order back this way. Thanks. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you doing? Come on in, sit down.
We're your neighbor, your friend, your banker. Skowhegan Savings.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, usually when you think of golf courses, the words environmentally friendly aren't the first ones that come to mind. But over at the Bangor Muni, they're looking to change that. Tyler Cruz has the story.
It's certainly kind of the cornerstone of what we do here.
Just this week, Bangor Municipal Golf Course was recognized for its environmental excellence, retaining its title as a certified Audubon Cooperative Sanctuary, one of 6 courses in Maine with the distinction.
It takes a lot of work to get this certification. It's not easy. There's 6 different steps that you have to do. You start out with a site assessment, an environmental plan, and once that's done and approved, then you work your way through 5 more focus areas, including chemical use reduction and safety, water quality and water conservation, wildlife habitat, outreach and education.
The Muni began the process in 2013, and since then, they've naturalized acres of land on the course, a process that has reduced their emissions and chemical usage, as well as created natural habitats for certain creatures.
What that's done is it's brought in a lot of birds of prey. We see eagles now, we see red-tailed hawks, peregrine falcons once in a while, basically because they have a food source now.
In doing so, they're showing that golf courses don't have to sacrifice the environment in order to be successful.
For us, it being part of the city of Bangor, we felt it was an opportunity for us to lead in environmental stewardship and show that it can be run responsibly and you can positively impact the environment.
Another pillar of their certification has been taking care of the Eastern Bluebird, a project that began in the 80s with course pro Austin Kelly, and it's a big part of who they are today.
We have 25 houses out here for Eastern Bluebirds, and this year, for whatever reason, just happens to be the most I've ever seen out here in my 29 years of being here. That is very rewarding, and you can see we've actually adopted that bird as our logo.
And if you ask Jarvis, his favorite thing about this whole process is definitely those birds.
Without a doubt, the bluebirds. We have a box down here on the driving range that they nested in, and to be able to peek in there and look at the babies and see them when they're fledgling, that's a lot of fun, and it's rewarding.
Reporting from Bangor, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Great stuff there. And if you ever wonder why the Bluebird is on the logo of the Muni, there you go. Now you know, because it is a excellent place for the environment. All right, while we're talking about the Muni, might as well stay there for some high school golf action with Bangor hosting Hamden and Brewer on the Kelly 9. Course in great shape for the fall season. Didn't feel like leaving, so we caught some golf. Let's start on one. Elias Vine from the edge of the rough here. This is one heck of a shot. Nestles it within a foot of the pin, and he would tap in for birdie there on one. What a way to start. Same hole. Bangor's Zach Lindquist avoids some trouble with a great chip off the curtain from 3. Mid-range putt for him. He's able to knock that one down. That is not a gimme. He gets a birdie of his own. And then on 3, Andrew Lyons here from Hamden from the sand. This is outstanding stuff. Rolls it right next to the cup. I mean, they were on fire. He'd go up and down to save par there. And then on the same hole, Bangor's Liam Dowdy, he would have a birdie chance of his own, basically halfway across the green. He puts it within inches of the cup. He ended up 2-putting for par. That match is still underway, wrapping up shortly, and we'll have the final results later tonight. And finally, the countdown is on for the return of Sports Blitz. Under 24 hours now until Tyler Cruz and I kick off the high school football season on Friday night. We'll have highlights, reaction, and of course the play of the night every Friday of the season beginning at 11 p.m. on ABC 7, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. Alrighty, that's sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
Well, here we are. It's September 1st. Lots of sunshine out there for us today. But as you know, fall is arriving quickly around here. No scenes like this yet, but it's coming. In fact, it happens pretty quickly around here as well. We're talking about by mid to late September, the leaves are beginning to change. In fact, here's that map for generally the entire region. We're talking about leaves changing this month into October, of course. And that will make things very pretty around here once again as we head into fall. Today, though, did not feel like fall, right? 75 here in Bangor, 76 Bar Harbor, 71 Millinocket, even cooler back off north and west. So those are 60s over there. That is going to give us some pretty cool temperatures tonight. In fact, many of you could have low temperatures in the upper 40s tonight. But the long-range trend. So here we are in September, the first week of September or two. Above average temperatures are on the way. So the average high being low to mid-70s. We'll likely do better than that the first week or two of September. And that could easily give us a couple of 80s around here in September, right? Outside today, lots of clear skies for several hours, followed by some cloud cover rolling in. We'll call it partly cloudy throughout our area today, but there is more where this came from. So a few clouds around tonight. We'll quickly get out of here by tomorrow morning, and then we are off to the races. A beautiful weekend on the way, except for increasing clouds Sunday evening. Will give us a chance for a few rain showers Sunday night. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, no worries at all. Maybe a little dense fog by early tomorrow morning. This thing is on. Here's tomorrow morning, 7:30 or so. Not a cloud in the sky. sky, and pretty much all day long we're quiet. Here's tomorrow evening, we're quiet. Also into Saturday, we're quiet. So again, lots of sunshine with overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. And then here we are, increasing clouds later on Saturday. It will not mean much at all. But getting into Sunday, here comes our next system that will increase the cloud cover on Sunday evening. And that could give us a little bit of rainfall later on Sunday night. I'm going to run this thing through Sunday, 11:30 in the evening. And notice how there's not much rain yet, right? So most of Sunday will be dry into early parts of Monday morning. And we could use some rainfall. So here's where it's been dry. This thing came out again today. Updates every Thursday. Of course, decades of drought across the west, but for us, we're still in level 1, 2, and a bit of 3 of drought across our region. We could still use some rainfall, as you know. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is likely after midnight. And look at this low temperature down near 46 or so in a few spots by tomorrow morning with that calm wind. For tomorrow, all right, very nice day. Lots of sunshine, highs back in the 70s. We'll take it with a west wind around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, up near 80 on Saturday. Again, a gorgeous day Saturday. There's that chance for some rain on Sunday, not an all-day rain, 75. And then a bit cooler for us Monday into Tuesday of next week.
All righty.
Yeah, I like to hear that rain will be holding off for us most of the day on Sunday, too. So a pretty clear weekend on the way.
Yep, and some nice temperatures as well. All right, well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover-Foxcroft.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Just as cooler weather comes along, so does another great offer from Renewal by Anderson. All this month, $300 off each of our energy-efficient windows. $800 off each door. Nothing down. No payments or interest for 12 months for qualified buyers. Schedule a free in-home consultation at rbagreatermaine.com.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Last year, I cracked Biden's aggressive spending agenda. Now, I'm delivering on common sense reforms that are good for America, like lowering prescription drug prices for thousands of Maine seniors, preventing healthcare costs from spiking on working families, and opening up oil and gas production to lower fuel costs, while reducing the deficit by hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because Maine common sense is back on the table in Washington.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
What's better than a sale? The Label Shopper Summer Warehouse Sale. Direct from our warehouse, prices $3, $4, $5 and up. Where else can you get designer brands as low as $3, $4, $5 and up?
Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
Tonight, the Mar-a-Lago investigation. Do the top secret documents recovered pose any damage to national security? With so much at stake, more Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
Welcome back. Life Flight of Maine will be implementing special new routes to better serve patients. Matthew Juroncic explains.
Life Flight of Maine is partnering with the Federal Aviation Administration in creating new low-level helicopter flight routes. For Life Flight of Maine's Executive Director Thomas Judge, this helps in providing the best service to citizens.
We know that instrument flight is the safest flight, it's the most reliable. And as a nonprofit charity, what drives us is, can we make this safer can we make this more reliable for patients?
Instrument flight means using the combination of weather systems, helipads, landing areas, and instrument procedures to reach a patient, but all at a much lower altitude. This helps first responders get to and transport patients faster regardless of the weather conditions. Judge explains the importance of the funding for this project.
If we can fly in the clouds, and we can do that safely, instrument flight, commercial flight, we know that we can reach more patients in Maine that need us than if we were prohibited from flying in the clouds. And what we estimate is that it'll increase the reliability to patients by 8 to 10%. That may not sound like a lot, but that's over 100 patients a year, and you roll that out over 10 years, that's 1,000 people that otherwise we would not be able to care for.
With Maine being the first state to try this out, Judge is confident that other states will follow in the near future.
They've built out the rules and the replication, how it works for air traffic control. Then they can do this for the rest of the country, and especially our urban areas.
Currently, there are 6 routes created, and over the next 4 years, there will be an additional 40 segments and routes created. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, finally tonight, the Blue Hill Fair kicked off today at 4 p.m. and general admission for opening day was just $1. Each mechanical ride will cost an additional $1 per person per ride. And with plenty of food, dog shows, horse pulls, wood carving exhibits, and get this, free parking, this year's fair is likely to be a big hit. All of these events and plenty more will be open to guests through Labor Day, so lots of time to get out there, and really looks like a fantastic time. Love that they have all the fair experiences you could really ask for.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'd definitely be finding me at a dog show or horse pull or two for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, mowing down on some good fair food.
Absolutely. That cotton candy looked pretty good.
It did look tasty. All righty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at ABC7. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.